I'm beating both y'all. I got a 3-tier cake.
I need to get through this introduction
Okay,
without you
sorry.
making me crack up, okay?
Sorry.
Save it for the rest of the film. This is my time to shine.
Sorry.
Guys, I'm so excited about this interview. I'm interviewing my mom. Not really my mom, but she's the mom of the workplace. So I really feel like I hit the jackpot with this one, because when I asked her to interview, I did not think that she was going to say yes. She is such a unique personality, and just y'all are about to see for yourself. Okay, I already know she's about to kill it. Let's go. Let's do this. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Barside Manor. We are here today with Queen Sasheen. Clap, 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 clap. Yes. So I am honestly very shocked that she said yes to doing this interview. She's nervous. I don't know what for. And by the end of it, you're going to see exactly what I mean. She is such a personality. She is hilarious. She is the mother to me. Literally, we'll go out and drink at bars, and if I feel uncomfortable, she will gladly step in and everyone backs off. So I appreciate you.
Thank you.
And I appreciate working with you too, because you make such a fun shift.
I tried. We got to work for a living. You got to make it fun.
You really do, honestly. So thanks for saying yes to this interview.
You're welcome. I'm surprised too. So
What is that?
I have no idea.
It's okay. She has her friend over, so you might hear some stuff in the background, but we'll try to mute it out. But so what I've been doing is normally I take shots with my guest, but I walked in the door and she was like, "I'm making you a drink." I asked if she wanted to explain what the drink is, but she doesn't want to give out her recipe, which I totally understand. It's really good though, and I'm a big fan of presentation. So she handed it to me. It was nice and frothy, and that's literally all I needed. I just needed some froth, a nice ice cube, and I was good to go. Tastes amazing. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Yeah, it's all about the froth.
All right, so let's get started. I usually start off by asking how you got started. Tell me about yourself.
How did I get started? In bartending.
Yes.
Or okay, I wasn't sure we were going back to consumption. I was going to say I thought we were a little beyond that. Okay, so sorry. The jokes are going to come, people. The jokes are going to come.
They are.
All right. During COVID, I stopped doing 3 of my many jobs and had so much time on my hand, and making drinks has always been a passion of mine. So I love hosting my family and friends and always finding a drink online or wherever, and then kind of tweaking it to my taste. So I figured, why not learn how to bartend? And then this way, when I retired, I could go bartend anywhere and have fun. Right? So I love a good cocktail. So that's how I got interested in bartending. So during COVID, I decided to take bartending classes, and here I am. I don't know how many years it's been. 4, I think.
Yeah, which
It's
is
about
insane
4
because you're
years.
amazing.
I like a good drink.
You know what goes well together.
I
like,
try.
When I tell you guys this drink right here, I tasted it, and without even like looking at exactly what she was putting in the drink, I could already tell what was in it by the aftertaste. It has a very oaky aftertaste, which I absolutely love. We decided to smoke it after the fact, and now I have a nice smoky, oaky aftertaste. It's amazing. That's what you should call it, smoky
oaky.
Smoky oaky. That's cute.
That's a cute one. That's a cute one. I've been playing with it. I mean, I told you right now the thought is to name this Secrets, simply because the drink itself intrigued me to make, since I could not find anything like it doing all my researching online. And secrets are intriguing. So, and the drink intrigued me. And let's be honest, we're all nosy, right? So the name Secrets just seemed, I felt like it would draw people to try it. But I am still thinking about, maybe I'll take everybody's input, put names in the hat, and have somebody pull it to name it eventually.
Are you gonna add Smoky Oaky in there?
I would add Smoky Oaky for you. I would add
That's gonna be the winner.
So, but honestly, once it's out there, and I do show you, and I will tell you off camera what is in it, since you do your own thing, and then you can modify it to use as signature drinks.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
What is your thought process behind like creating these cocktails?
I don't know. It's sometimes you'll taste something and you'll be like, this is good, but what can make it better?
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of where I went with it. I'm like, and then there's other drinks that you hear about, and they've been around so long, and they're just, I hate to use the word played out, but they are. Um, and it's like, okay, it's got a great base,
Mm-hmm.
but again, how can we up the skills? And that's kind of where I went with this. So I just I took I'll tell you, I'll be honest here, I took the thought of a Long Island, because even though I can drink a Long Island, but it would not be my drink of choice going to a bar.
Yes.
And I'm thinking, it's been around so long and it's the same thing, no matter what they do, and they'll tweak it by adding different flavors to it, da 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 da. What can we do to take that base and make it better? Or the idea of the Long Island, I should say, because nothing of the Long Island is in this drink. But what can we do to take the idea of the Long Island and make it that much better? And particularly for somebody who likes a nice smoky and oaky drink.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's where I came up with it.
Amazing. How long was that process?
It's been playing in my head probably for about 3 weeks.
Okay.
And then it was just a matter of looking through my personal stock here, which I have a lot of stock here.
Yeah, I have to show you guys her setup. It's amazing.
But I didn't have. I wanted to have liquors that you could buy locally, right?
Okay.
And things that you would normally find in a bar to make it, right? Because a lot of the stuff I have in here is imported from other countries or directly from, the distilleries themselves. So, when I played with the first time, I used those things, and then I went to the store and re-upped on my local liquors, things that you would normally have in your house,
Yes,
to make it. And that's kind of where I went with it.
All right, awesome. What's a spirit that you don't normally play with, or do you kind of play with them all?
Cognac.
Okay.
I'm not a cognac people. Yeah, you're never gonna find that on my bar unless somebody buys it and leaves it here.
Yes.
So it's just not. I'm just not a cognac girl.
I agree. It never really did anything to me.
No. And after you make 1,001 Henny punches,
oh gosh,
and you get tired of gagging from every one of them.
Oh, like where did any punches even come from?
I have no idea.
I have no idea. I think it came from North Jersey, and it made its way down south.
It needs to go back. It needs to go back or go further south, and all of it keep traveling.
Like keep it going.
Just keep it going.
Pass by because I'm over it.
Yes, I should have taken a round route,
right?
And just completely skip this area, because every time somebody asks me for one, I kind of give them the side eye and a sigh.
Like, do you even know what you're drinking?
Right.
You just know the name of it.
First and foremost, the simple fact that you're mixing cognac with anything should be a crime. But then again, if you taste Henny, I understand why you mix it. So my thought is, if you're going to be a cognac drinker, maybe it's time to up your game, baby girl and baby boy, and go to something that does not require blending. So,
No, I agree.
Let's go top scale with it, because cognac is meant to be sipped, and you get all these young kids that just don't understand that.
Oh no. They want the glass full of Henny.
They either full of Henny or full of juice.
And it's crazy because it's also like a sweeter spirit. So when people order it, they don't taste the liquor, but it's kind of just like if you're using like a coconut rum in a drink, you're not going to taste it.
You're absolutely.
It's not
Henny
forward.
Cognac is nothing but a brandy, and brandies are nothing but liqueurs, which they're sweet,
right?
Which is why the alcohol content is so low,
right?
The longer it sits, the better the quality, depending on the oak it sits in and stuff. But it's a liqueur, so I'd rather take my calories elsewhere.
Same. I'd rather take it in this, honestly.
Thank you.
I know you mentioned that you did bar classes. You went to bartending school?
I did. I went to AAA Bartending School, located right in Cherry Hill.
Okay.
Did that for 2 weeks. Yeah, I think it was 6 hours a night for 2 weeks. Passed the class. My youngest daughter helped me study, so that was awesome. And then after I studied and passed the class, she decided she wanted to do it, become a bartender, So, which I thought was unfair. Kelsey.
Really?
Yes. Kelsey went through it, and she beat my test scores and my speed scores, because they do test you for speed as well as knowledge. And I keep telling her the only reason she did that is because she helped me study. So, but yes,
she already knew the answers.
Yes, she did. She did. But she is a bartender in Philly, and you got to go check her out, because she does, and she makes a lot of custom drinks. So, which is
I
pretty
think I still
awesome.
have a picture of the drink that she made me.
So
It was amazing.
we'll have to go back one day for brunch and
We
make her make us some
do.
more.
We could have done that today, but it's
Yeah.
okay.
Well, she's in Cape Cod for a wedding.
Oh,
So
nice.
yeah.
Okay, no, she has to be my bartender again for sure.
She does. And I've been telling her about this drink, and she's like, "Oh, we have to make it." So
Mhm.
yeah.
I've been having it's like a whole controversy around bartending school, honestly.
Okay.
You know, you have people that think it's a waste. They think
Mhm.
it's a scam. They're like, save your money. But you enjoyed it.
I did.
Do you think you could have done bartending without going to bartending school?
Yes. Do I think you can bartend without going? Yes. And however, I'm one of those people that likes the background of things,
Mm-hmm.
and I like being knowledgeable about what I'm doing. Um, so I can sit and have a conversation to you about how different spirits are made. I can have conversations with you about the quality of different brands.
Mm-hmm.
Hence, like, let's go with Tito's and Grey Goose. Um, most bartenders can't do that. Um, so they go in and they learn the way of the business, but they don't take the time to learn the background and the history of liquor.
Okay.
To include, even though I'm not a beer drinker, but to include beer. Um, so the how and why was always important to me to understand. And I think that's one of the reasons why when I talk to people, and I get a lot of people that don't know what they want to drink, they just want something sweet or they want something strong. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, let's discuss your spirit. What do you drink? And I think that's why I'm able to easily customize a drink for people. And I've yet to have one tell me that they didn't like it. So they could be lying to me. Who knows? Maybe they're afraid to hurt my feelings, but hey, they drank it, they paid for it, and 9 times out of 10 they ordered another one. So, but yeah, the how and why was always important to me.
Okay.
So,
That's an interesting take because I didn't go to bartending school, and me personally, like I I think I'm doing great without it. And I'm glad I didn't spend that money, but it's nice to hear of someone who went and enjoyed it and, actually gained knowledge from it.
oh yeah,
You took it
it's
and ran with it,
yeah, and I believe it or not, like I said, I did it more for personal reasons. Because one, it's not easy to break into bartending nowadays without having some experience, right?
Mhm.
So you have to have had some experience somewhere, and I never had any kind of serving experience at all anywhere until I started working at our current place, which the place that shall not be named.
Should
um,
not be named.
and
It's a
so it's a secret, but I knew it was something I wanted to get into. The idea, like I said, was to eventually retire and then do bartending because I can my own schedule around it. It still
Mhm.
allowed me to be around people. I love talking to people and hearing their stories. The other side of that was my plan was always to move to an island when I retire, and working at a bar on an island is easy.
I can
Leave
so
the
see you
beach,
doing that.
go to the
Yeah.
bar, do work, leave the bar, go back to the beach with my book and chair, right,
Yep.
and a nice good cocktail. So that was always the thought behind it. And like I said, I just enjoy a good drink and being around people and stuff like that. And so the knowledge of it was good. But no, I know a lot of great bartenders that have never been through bartending school, and they are great. And then I know a lot of bartenders that have never been to bartending school, and they completely suck. One of the things that I do is anytime I visit a new bar or restaurant, I will ask the bartender to make me their best drink. Not their, not a signature drink, but their best drink, the drink that they think they make the best. I don't
Okay.
care if it is a margarita, but let me see, and it's a confidence thing.
Mhm.
And let's be honest, we all do something a little bit different when somebody's asking us to make us something special for them. We're not just following the recipe.
Right.
So it's always fun, and I love giving that confidence and that boost to bartenders because you get so used to the normal pull of beer, Jack and Coke, rum and Coke,
You did
vodka,
that to
cranberry.
me.
So absolutely.
I literally gave you like all my specialty drinks. You were like, you want another one? All right,
Yeah,
bet, let's do
keep
it.
going. That's right. Keep going. So, and I love doing that with people. Or I'll tell them, make me something different, something that you don't normally make.
Mhm.
Make me something different, off the menu. And I've had a lot of fun doing that, traveling from the West Coast to East Coast, north to south, and even through the islands. I love doing that. So I've had some really interesting drinks over the
Yeah.
years. So,
Oh, that's amazing.
yeah.
You did make me
So,
feel special that day too. I remember
listen,
you came with your daughter and everything,
yes.
and I just
Make it something. I never know.
whipped it up.
If it's a bartender I know, nope, you make me something.
Mhm.
I'll tell you, the only thing I don't drink is beer. I can drink a drink with cognac in it. That's fine. It's not my preference, but I can drink it. Better than that, it's your choice. Dealer's choice.
Oh, we love you for that. So, what's your strength as a bartender? What would you say your biggest strength is?
I think the connecting with people. honestly.
I agree.
You
You're
have
the
to.
moneymaker.
I'm not the moneymaker.
I like to say I'm the moneymaker, but
I'm
if
not the
I'm working with
moneymaker.
her,
I'm not the moneymaker.
she's got it.
I'm the talker and bullshitter, right? So that's I'm telling you, it's what I tell people. I'm like, anybody can make a drink, but not everybody can bullshit, right? So, and people innately like to talk or want to talk.
Yes.
And it's just a matter of getting the words out of them. So you just got to be able to read the room. You know, are we in a serious conversation, or are we on a date, or are we, you know, look like we got a lot of heavy stuff on our minds, and you just kind of make people feel comfortable with you. So I think my biggest strength is being able to talk to people, making them feel very comfortable with me, almost as if we're instant friends or we've been friends a long time, and getting them to open up. And once you get people talking, you can kind of get an idea of their personality, and drinks tend to go towards people's personalities.
Yeah, for sure. You know, I just keep going back to it. We talked about it in there. I still feel some type of way because, you know, when this woman first met me, she thought I was arrogant.
What?
Me? Arrogant?
She's too hyper.
Absolutely not.
She was too hyper. She was all over the place. She was in everybody's face and everybody's personal space. I'm like,
Not
go
at all.
sit your butt down
Not
somewhere.
At all.
But you know what I've learned is energy, and then is Simone's strength and her personality, and you know, it's not many people that you see with her energy and her personality that are genuine. Usually when you see that, the people, it's fake. It's very, very fake.
Which I totally understand.
And as I've gotten to know you over time, I realize it is you, and I have come to love and appreciate that about you. And it's good because you've become to mean so much to me. Now I can read you very well. So when you're not being that, I know something's wrong, and I know me and you need to have a little chit chat on your time.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna get it out to you
throughout a lot.
So we gonna talk. So it's
have.
you know, it was not used to being around 20-year-olds that was that bad. So
that was like 3 years ago.
Yes,
now,
so
or?
yes,
Yeah.
it's been about 3 years, but
I've
no,
calmed down a little bit.
You know what though? But that's because you're going from your wanting to be grown and sexy to I'm growing and I know I'm sexy.
Ooh.
So and then soon you'll be I am grown and you're damn right I'm sexy. So you know it's stages and phases. So
I love you.
It's growing.
You're such a mama Sheen. Well, we talked about your strengths. You have any weaknesses?
Oh God, yes. I don't
What would
like
that be?
people.
What?
Yeah, no. I don't want to say I won't say I don't like people. I do. I love people. I just have very little patience for fake people. And as you get older, you tend to be able to spot that a lot clearer.
So when you say fake people, are you talking about people that you work with, or you're talking about bar guests?
Both.
What irks you
and
more?
life. Fake people.
Okay,
in life.
I'm not a life coach. I'm not here to talk to you.
No. Let me be serious here. Weaknesses, honestly, is I think with me a lot of times is I particularly at work, I would say my biggest weakness is sometimes I get so caught up in talking to people and I get so very interested in people's stories that I forget that I'm at work and I'm like, ooh, I'm leaving all the weight to everybody else. Let me go. And that can be definitely a problem. The only nice thing is that person usually leaves us really good tips. But you know, I'm a team player, and sometimes it bothers me when I don't feel like I'm being strong enough for the team. I mean, we all have our good days and bad days.
Okay.
But you know, there's times, you know, I don't have the energy level of you 20-year-olds anymore. Especially as I'm hitting that later stage of my life. You know, it's hard being 51. Starting to feel body aches and pains.
Bomb.
You know, I try, but I'm definitely a lot slower, and it's definitely. I think I get into my own head too much. Honestly, I think that's probably my biggest weakness is I'm such an overthinker, and I try to pre-plan and plan for any eventuality, and I realize that you can't do that in life. So that is truly what I think my biggest weakness is. I do actually like people. People don't forgive me. I joke way too much. But I overthink everything way too much. And I try to pre-plan because I don't like surprises in the aspects of life, right? You know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can surprise me with a trip somewhere. Surprise me with a bottle of something, a dinner, you know, a good dinner. No fast food. but yeah, I think way too much, and sometimes I get way too in my head, and then that will kind of shut me down to everything else, to where I'm not fully aware of everything going around me because I'm so inside myself that I'm not paying attention to what's going on around me.
I would have never guessed that, honestly.
You know, it happens more often than you realize. So,
yeah, you don't know what people are dealing with on the inside.
No, and sometimes it's just about something that sparked that thought right then and there.
Yep.
I mean, it could be we've been having a good time and something just happened, and now I'm like, okay, well, this happened. You know, what's the outcome of this, and how can I prevent this from happening? You know, because ultimately, I'm a fixer. I don't like to see people that I care for hurt or struggle or going through things, and so I try to figure out what can I do to help make it easier, whether it's in life or at work. And so sometimes I'll turn internally a little too deep. So
nothing wrong with that.
Yes, but the problem with that is that you start worrying about everybody else so much that you forget to take care of yourself too.
No, I'm definitely the same way.
So,
you know I am.
Yes.
I'm definitely more worried about others than myself, and it does reflect in my work sometimes. So
well, we got physical boundaries now. We got to have mental boundaries.
For sure. Yeah, for sure.
Can't invade my brain, but so much.
So if someone comes behind a bar and asks you to make me something that you are strong at, what are you making them? I think I already know what you're gonna say.
A tall ice water.
Okay.
With oranges. In a glass, not a cup.
So that's gonna make you feel good. You know, feel a little tipsy. What are you making?
I'd see that's refreshing. I was going with, something that's gonna make you feel good and refreshed. Absolutely. You know, it's again, we're gonna have to have that conversation about what you drink. Not everybody drinks everything. Not everybody drinks browns. Not everybody drinks your clears. So we're gonna have that conversation. Do you want it street? Do you want it sweet? Do you want it strong? Do you want it, So we got to have that conversation.
Okay, let's do a little role play.
No, because I made you a drink.
But I'm gonna drink anything. With that, as long as it's not vodka, I'm gonna drink anything.
You're a mess. If I had the tools to do so, I would probably make you a smoky old fashioned.
I love a good smoked old fashioned.
So, but I also need to have the right fruits to do it. So, and most bars don't have it. So, if it was up to me, I'd probably have some soaked and smoked cherries.
Okay.
To go in it, and maybe do the same thing with the oranges as well.
I think, didn't you have me try a cherry that was, what was that again?
Yes.
It was smoked.
Yes, it was smoked and soaked. Yes.
Do you still have them?
No, but I need to make some more. But I did have, when I was telling you about the peach old fashions that I do in the summertime, I did soak them and smoke them as well and put them in the old fashioned. So that was absolutely delicious. But then I had a jar of them sitting here and kind of had a late night snack. So all the peaches are gone, but they were absolutely
that sounds amazing,
fabulous. So
next time I come over, you have to have some.
Yeah, it was, and we gave it a little twist by using a hot honey syrup, so it was a little spicy. So it almost gave you the taste of grilled peaches with a little heat to it.
I'm not really a big spice fan, but
gotta try it.
I'll try it.
Gotta try it once.
Again, as long as there's no vodka in it,
no vodka.
Free will.
No vodka.
Yeah.
No, I know. No vodka for the.
Well, what is your favorite cocktail to make? Like just behind a bar in general?
I really don't know because I just enjoy making drinks. The only thing I don't really enjoy is pulling beer.
It's so easy.
I know. I just don't like the smell of beer.
Okay.
So I had a bad incident when I was 17 with beer, and I just don't enjoy the smell of beer. So
you gonna tell us about the incident?
Sure. I was celebrating my birthday, and my aunt thought it was a good idea to give me a drink called a Dr. Pepper, which is a shot of amaretto dropped into beer, a mug of beer, and then you drink it fast, and it tastes like a Dr. Pepper.
The Dr. Pepper bomb shot.
So yes, so
I just had one the other day.
Yeah, I did 8 of those when I was 17. Amaretto and Heineken, and let's just say by the end of the night and only having a bacon cheeseburger all day long, my stomach was not happy. So that was the end of me and beer at 17. So beer in me just brings back
and
bad
that stuck
memories.
With you all this time.
Yeah, it stuck with me all this time.
Ah, damn.
And I've tried sipping. Yeah, I've tried sipping it here and there. And I could do a couple sips, but then I'm like,
Not even something like on the sweeter side, like Angry Orchard.
But that's
I
a
know it's
cider.
not really a beer.
Yeah, it's a
but-
cider. I can do it. Angry Orchard, it's not my favorite. I can do one, but
Like if
yeah.
it's there.
Yeah, if it's there. If it's there. I think I did one. I was cutting the grass at my house one time when we had all the property, and there was the only thing cold in the refrigerator was my husband had a Rolling Rock.
Oh God, that's such an old beer.
It is,
My
and I
grandpa drinks that.
popped one and drank it, and I will say either I was dead ass thirsty, or it was just really good. I'm not sure, but that was probably the last beer, and I was probably been a good 15 years since then. I don't even know how it stayed down, but I think I was just dehydrated and needed something cold.
Yeah, something.
So you're mowing the lawn in 98-degree heat, just kind of So, but I enjoy making anything that I can mix, especially if I can play with it. But yeah, I just you know what? It's something about giving somebody a drink at the end of their day and knowing that like this is going to be there for the day. You know what I mean? That just
and I
just
think
makes a
that's
good
so
thing for me.
important to have that thought process behind being a bartender and serving cocktails because you know I feel like a lot of people are just doing it for the money.
Money can be good, but not always. But it
Not
can be.
always. Conversation is
Conversation.
great, but I feel like you know having that superpower, people really resonate with it, and that's why you kill it behind the bar.
So
You
I
make
kill.
bank.
I don't.
No, but you do because
I
when
do
you're
all
working
right.
with me, I'm like, all right, it's gonna be a great night.
I do all right. I do all right. But it's more the socialization. I'm telling you, it's just that I've been around, been here a long time. I've been a long time. Been around a lot of types of people. I can talk to anybody.
Yeah.
So and
not everybody can do that though.
No. You know, from I know some people the flirting from older men or younger people, whatever, it makes them very uncomfortable, and I just go with it. I'm like, how far you want to take this? Because I'm gonna take it as far as you want. We can go left or we can go right. Which
and
way
I
you
know
want to
you'll
take
take
it?
it far.
Oh, I will take it as far as they want to go
I've
with it.
seen you in action.
So you know, and we
I'm
have
like,
fun. But at
what
the
did you
end
just
of the
say?
night, at the end of the night, as long as they had a good time and they're feeling good and they're laughing and smiling, two things I know: one, they're going to remember me, and two, they're going to tip me. So you know that's everybody needs to be able to laugh and smile because we're all going through something. And if I can help that, if you know, for the 5 to 20 minutes you sit with me, if I can make you laugh, then it's a good day and my time's well spent.
It is.
So that's kind of how I look at it.
It is.
You know, so a good laugh, a good drink, even if it's a nasty ass beer, we're good.
So do you have any advice for someone who's just starting out? Like what's your best advice you would give them?
Don't be afraid of failure. And the only reason I say that because you can fail as a bartender. I mean, you and I both know a lot of bad bartenders.
A lot.
And I wouldn't even really call
More
them
than good.
bartenders. They're more just tending a bar, right? So,
Placeholder.
don't be afraid of that. And we innately as people know when we're doing bad, right? When we're not doing the best we can. So take that nerves, take that scaredness, and make it a strength. Turn it around. Because if you're aware of it and you're conscious of it, you're going to make sure you're better at the next time. You're going to focus on fixing it. And every time we fix something we know is wrong, we become better. And the better we get, it becomes normal. So now it's not even a thought, right? It's just part of who we are, right? So even me, like I hate public speaking. The fact that you have me on camera right now is driving me nuts.
You're doing great.
Right. So, but because it's always been a fear for me, so I work hard that when I do have to speak in public or to a group of people, that I don't sound like a complete bumbling idiot. Because there's many times in my past, all you would hear is and I'm sure I'm done a few of that today too, and it's more a lapse, you know, because I'm thinking. But just don't be afraid. Take that fear and change it around, and certainly don't be afraid of failing, because failing teaches us lessons.
Yes,
because we learn through failing more than we learn through success.
I failed a couple times throughout my days.
Listen, we both did. And I'm going to keep failing, and I'm going to keep learning, and I'm going to keep getting better, and so will everybody else. But just do it. If this is what you feel as though is your passion, do it, and don't stop. But I will tell you, like I said, learn a little something about what you're doing, right? Learn a little something about it, because it's a great way, into conversation.
Mhm.
You know, one of the stories that I was told that I learned in bartending school was the story of the recipe behind Jägermeister. So, and it just intrigued me, you know, and it's just one of those things that has stuck with me. So, and it's not a story that I don't know how many people know it, you know, I don't know, but it's always interesting. But like Jaeger, like most liquors, started out as medication, you know, but
Jaeger did.
Jaeger was actually made as for medication. Yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But the most
You're
interesting,
making
I
me
think,
want to learn more. Like, I don't know. She kind of just made me want to go to bartending school.
yeah, you just look it up, do your research. You don't have to go. Like I said, to me, it was the why. And I want to have a knowledge and background in it before I went. So this way, when I did go and try, apply, or whatever, at least I could talk knowledgeably about the job and what it entailed.
Yeah.
Right. Since it was not something I'd done outside of the home before, you know, or for parties for other people and whatnot. So it just gave me that background since it was never a background I had.
Okay.
So
I know you've learned a lot from bartending school in your classes and, you know, working behind a bar. Have you learned anything from different bartenders that sticks out? Can you remember any instances?
tricks and trades. Yeah, just different tricks that they told me, things that they've told me that they do. So, and I just kind of use
What's
them
one that
for
sticks
myself.
out?
Probably the one that I use the most is smoking my fruit. So it makes a whole big difference when you smoke your fruit. So
See, I wouldn't even think about that.
yeah,
I'm thinking about what goes in the glass, not the garnishes.
sometimes the little things make a big difference. So you think about how many fruits go into your drink. You know, a lot of people squeeze that lemon or lime and toss it in.
Yeah.
And that complexity will change its flavor to drink.
Oh, you might be onto something.
So.
This is why I'm doing this. Like, it's not only for y'all to learn, but it's for me too. Cause what?
Yeah, it's the little things. And I don't generally like garnishes on my drinks. I'll tell you, no garnish. But it makes a difference.
I love a garnish. Love one.
I know a lot of people do.
This is hitting me.
So
I'm
this
letting
is
you know
nice.
now.
This is nice. Like, so I told you when I first made it, I was like, 1, I'm cool. 2, I'm not driving.
She told me to take my time, and I'm like almost done. Yeah, here she is, still sipping on it.
I refilled my glass though.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
When?
When we were in the house. Monica didn't finish hers, so I dumped it in mine.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Amazing. Yeah. Wow. How do you feel after this conversation? It was easy, right?
Yeah, I'm drinking. It's easy because it's you.
Okay. I'll take it.
Yes. We can always sit down and talk. So
do you have anything else you want to talk about that I didn't hit, or anything else in your mind that you want to let everyone know? You're going to go viral.
No, I'm not going to go viral. I'm not going to go viral, but if it does, ladies and gentlemen, you couldn't do better than to hire Tiny Twist for your personal bartending needs, you know, for your Tasty Twist? Teeny Twist. I'm sorry, Teeny Twist. I apologize. We're going to correct that. Ladies and gentlemen, you cannot do better than to hire Teeny Twist for any of your bartending needs. I'm telling you, you won't be disappointed. This girl knows what she's doing. All right. So, yeah, just lift the glass and be thankful.
Yeah. Cheers. Thank you for doing this.
Of course. Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for sitting down and watching another episode of Barside Manor. Stay tuned. I have a couple more interviews lined up from some very special guests. Sasheen was amazing. She was so insightful. She's hilarious. I know you were nervous about being in front of the camera, but as you can tell, the camera loves you.
I mean, as long as it's hiding my
Don't
3-tier. My 3-tier.
Anyway, like, comment, subscribe to stay tuned with everything that's going to be happening within the bartending world. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Have a good one, guys.